Hello again, everybody. This is Derek, and I am coming back at you with some IL-2 Sturmovik. What I'm going to do is take a short break from my World War I fighter pilot Newport 11 and /17 pilot, and we're going to jump into a career with the new plane. There was a new plane released for the Normandy campaign. It was the Spitfire 9 Charlie. Okay, so because that's a Spitfire, I'm going to choose British, and I'm going to turn off all aircraft, and there it is, the 9 Charlie. So we're going to select that. And there's a number of different squadrons that oh, by the way, we are going to do the preparing for the invasion. So that starts mid-April, tax day, April 15th. And then it goes till June, and then it progresses through the various different campaign, the various different time frames. Now, if you look at the different squadrons over here, we have the Royal Air Force, but that's way up there at Dating or Detling. And then there's also the Polish, the Czechoslovakian, and the Norwegian Air Forces. And then there's two right here. There's the Falcon, and then there's the Ram. I looked at these a little earlier. Okay, and there's also the city of Oshawa. There's a lot, and the Hornet. And there's a lot of Canadians, and then there's an Australian, and then the Punjabs, and then the Royal Air Force. Now, majority of them are all located up here. I've already checked, but I want to go ahead and jump into this Royal Canadian, the Falcons, because they're located down here at Tangmere. Okay, and you can see their little logo right there. Let's go ahead and click that. There's a little history of the 412. Now, I do want to point out that my loadout, or I should say my positioning of my peripherals, like my HOTAS, my mouse, my keyboard, but more specifically my microphone, I've got it sitting off to the side. So it's actually, now it's out of my way. Because previously it was kind of, the only place I could put it would be in my way. I don't know if this is going to affect the game in any way, or if it's going to affect audio. So I guess we'll just have to figure it out. If it after I film this video and then I go to edit it, if I find that it is not good, I will put it back to where it used to be. Okay, so I'm not going to read all this for you guys. It's very interesting, very enlightening. I recommend that you read it on your own. But initially, it looks like they've been in the war since 1941, and they progressed. They deployed to Wales in 43, and then in preparation of the June invasion, they moved back down south. And then after the June invasion, they moved to Ben-Sur in Normandy, and then they continued patrols. And then when the breakout happened and they finally went into Belgium, Operation Bodenplatte and all that, they actually moved into that. I don't anticipate surviving this campaign that long, but if I am still playing when it's time to do Bodenplatte, what I'll do is I'll just move my character over to Bodenplatte and assign the rank that I had when I finished this campaign. So I don't think that'll happen. But let's go ahead and join this unit. Tangmere is right there. Okay, that's very cool. And we'll continue. Now, it might give a video. Or it might actually see. I kind of like that the second one that popped up. Okay, there's kind of a randomized, not going in order. Looks like he's got the little Royal Canadian flag on his chest. So I'm not going to be Constantine Gregory. That's not something I want to be. I'm going to be John Smythe. Now, he was a musician? I don't think so. We're going to go with the Canadian, right? And then, so you can read this on your own if you want. And command is going to be by appointment. We're not going to do Iron Man.
Allied leaders have been gearing up for the invasion of German-occupied France for over 2 years. Allied operations to soften up the Axis southern flank in North Africa, Sicily, and Italy had slowed preparations in the build-up for the retaking of France. However, these operations, including the disastrous raid at Dieppe and the operations in the Pacific, allowed the Allies to gain valuable experience in amphibious landings and develop effective combat tactics. The time to take back France had finally come by June 1944. Command of the invasion was given to U.S. General Dwight D. Eisenhower. The Germans had built what they called the Atlantic Wall, which was a series of fortifications all along the French coastline facing England, and the Allies employed many deceptions to try and keep the actual landing beaches secret. The Allied deception was aimed at making the Germans think they would land in the Pas-de-Calais area, not Normandy. One example of this deception was that Allied aircraft flew many more missions over the Calais area than Normandy in the months prior to the invasion. Air support for the invasion was carried out by the British 2nd Tactical Air Force and the American 9th Air Force stationed in southern England. During the weeks leading up to the invasion, these units would attack targets including rail yards, vehicles, airfields, radar installations, and communications all throughout northwestern France. They would also strive to destroy any Luftwaffe aircraft that could pose a threat to the invasion force. Preparations for the invasion, codenamed Operation Overlord, were completed by the end of May 1944. Due to poor weather, the invasion was postponed from the 5th of June to the 6th. This became D-Day, the Allied invasion of Normandy.
All right, we are preparing for the invasion. Remember, it's a month out, or is it 2 months? Yeah, it's 2 months out. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of missions to fly. Welcome, Flight Sergeant. Since it's your first day here, newspaper, got it. There I am, I'm a Flight Sergeant. There, John Smythe. Let's go to unit headquarters. Just so I can see who we got here. We got Garth, Gravel, Duncan. We got some good senior officers. And then we've got some NCOs down here. We got a few more. And then we got our middle lieutenants, or lieutenants, or what do the Australians call them? Lieutenants? I think so. Not subalterns. Okay, so, I don't think. If I hover over this, will it say? Yeah, there we go. Oh, they call them pilot officer and flying officer. Then you have flight lieutenant and squadron leader. Very English, very American. Okay, good, because, well, they're Canadians, they're North Americans. Okay, let's look at the planning room. Well, we have no plans because it's the first day. Check the headquarters. There we go. We are down here at Tangmere. Oh, it looks like, okay, initially, this is a ball burner. We had 3 squadrons there. One was the Rams, or the Ram, or something like that. I don't see them there anymore. I know for a fact I don't see them there anymore. Did they move them? I was thinking they put them up here with the rest of the... Or they are no more. Decommissioned them. I don't think so. I read something about the Rams being Pacific. Maybe they said something about supporting the Pacific or returning from the Pacific. Or here, let me scroll a little bit to the left. Yeah, I don't see them. Oh, look at that. I don't see them anywhere. Alright, my curiosity's got the best of me. We don't have any squadrons in England, do we? Nope, just the Germans. Or I could be just missing their icon. Well, let's check world news. Okay, so we got our RAF batters Berlin. Gentile quits combat. He tells friend, Captain John S. Gentile. And then we got our, that looks like a Czech name. We have our aces. Paddle is really good. Look at that, 52 kills. I don't recognize all these names. Boyd and Cunningham, I think are Lovell. But either way, we got to get up to 18 to beat them. And 15 April. Okay, so we're going to go to the next day. Jump to the 18th. So there's a 3-day jump there. Like it's a Tuesday. Yeah, like air operations were suspended from the 16th to the 18th. Heavy weather. I got my pilot's badge in finally. And we were reinforced by some more Spitfires. Okay, I want to make a point. We are back. I had to make some changes. I aborted that previous campaign, and what I did was I just recreated it to the best of my ability, and my portrait did get changed because I hit next without realizing what I was doing, and then the mission got changed. So now in the morning I'm going to be flying a bomber escort, and I'm not going to be bombing the V1 site. But that's fine. We hadn't done any missions yet, so let's go ahead and start. The reason why I needed to do that is because of the options. I had selected in air, start the missions in the air, and I don't want to do that. I want to take off from the ground. Plus, I was having problems with my track IR. It was not connected because of a previous restart. So, well, basically the track IR updated and then it had to restart, and I think it disconnected from the game. So we'll see if my track IR is working on this mission. Let's go ahead and start it. Okay, my track IR is now working. I can zoom. I can go back. And we are vibrating. That means our engine is on. Everything's good. This plane is really vibrating. Let's see what we got in this cockpit. Yeah, I see my track IR is kind of screwed up. Let's get that fixed. There we go. Now I should be able to look down.
Luton, cleared for takeoff. Luton, taking off. Out.
Okay, that microphone is still in the way. That's okay. I'm gonna go after Echo there.
This is flight. Luton. Airborne. Over.
Luton, proceed with your mission.
Luton 2, airborne.
Luton 3. Airborne. Luton 4. Airborne. Luton 5. Airborne.
Luton 6, airborne.
Luton 7, airborne.
Alert. This is flight. Luton. In combat sector. Over.
Luton in, airborne.
That should be my gear, but it's not. Okay. There goes the gear. All right. Yeah, I'm looking for my guys. But we should, okay, there's a plane. Now we should be linking up with some bombers, right? We're doing, oh, okay, I see them now. They're right there. You can't see them because when you zoom in, they disappear. I'm at max throttle, and you can see them there just to the right of the crosshair. There, you can see them now. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is, now that we're up in the air, we're flying generally in the right direction, I'm going to fast forward a little bit until we get a little bit closer. Right? I'll see you when we get a little bit closer. Alright guys, we are back. We are currently just orbiting above the bombers. These guys right here. And I'm waiting for them to open their bomb bay doors. We'll follow them down. I'll follow the bombs down if I can remember the key. Hey, you can see the tail gunner. I don't see a gun. Or is he just an observer? I thought he was a gunner. Single pilot bombardier. I don't see any defensive armament at all. Okay, there's some guns to the left and right of the bombardier. Red outlines. But other than that, I don't see any defensive armament. Alright, so we're waiting. It's been pretty uneventful. It's been like 30 minutes to get to this point. Okay, whoop, bump, whoop, there we go. that a V1 site? That's kind of what it looks like. Dang, that was right on target. I don't see any damage though. Alright, well, we're turning around, flying home with the bombers. And what I'll do is, again, I'll fast forward until we get any kind of activity, and I will see you in just a moment. Alright guys, we are back. I want to point something out. I'm out of fuel. And I knew I was going to be out of fuel because of because I'm in a Spitfire. I'm going to turn autopilot off. I'm going to nose it down just a little bit, maintain my speed. I'm going to check the map. I'm heading to point 3. Hopefully I can do a landing, maybe at this airfield right there.
Luton 7, flight requesting landing approach. Over.
Proceed.
Luton 7, roger.
Waterbury, this is Luton 6, requesting landing approach. Over.
Okay, there's land. Hopefully my altitude isn't descending so fast that I'm watching my altitude.
Luton, rejoin formation and continue with the mission. Out.
Waterbury, this is flight. Alert requesting landing approach. Over.
Proceed.
Alert, roger. Break off and land individually.
Waterbury, this is Luton 5. Flight request.
And my airspeed is not terrible, it's 12,
5.
which is 120, which means I'm able to keep up a 120 mile per hour airspeed. But look at my altitude, I am dropping fast like a brick. And if I nose it down, I'll speed up, but I'll also descend even faster.
Waterbury, this is Luton 2, requesting landing approach. Over.
Proceed.
Luton 2, roger.
Check something. Okay, I don't have my flaps out, which is good. I don't want to slow down. And I'm heading for that town. I don't think I'm going to make it. With all that zigzagging over the bombers, basically it makes the distance twice as big, you know, and Spitfires never have enough fuel, so I'm just disappointed.
Waterbury, this is Pear. Luton, flight requesting landing approach. Over.
Luton, proceed.
Luton, roger. Break off and land individually.
God. Oxygen. Okay, it was turned off. Guess my altitude's low enough that I don't need oxygen. And I keep trying to turn a little bit to the right. So let's nose it down just a little bit. I want to keep my speed up. Got my allies over there. They've got unlimited fuel, it seems like. my speed's back up. Okay, I might make it to that airfield. See, I'm afraid that if I try to orbit, I will, if I try to orbit, I would drop even faster. I'm kind of estimating. I do want to drop because I don't want to have to make a, like I said, I don't want to have to turn around. I just want to go straight in. My friends are coming back to watch me crash.
Waterbury, this is Luton 7. Landed, over.
Clear the runway.
Luton 7. Roger.
I don't know. This is exciting. I don't know which direction the wind is blowing. I'm just gonna have to risk it. Where's that airfield? Okay. Okay, that's too close. Once my speed drops to a certain point, I'm going to drop gear and flaps. There goes the flaps. There goes the gear. Wish me luck, guys. Hopefully I don't crash on my very first mission. It looks like there might be a plane on the airstrip. Get out of the way, I'm coming in. If I have to land in the grass, I will. Okay, I survived. Okay, this is supposed to zoom in. It's not. I'm gonna have to fix that. That should open the canopy. It's not. But that's okay. We survived. Alright guys, let's end this mission. I know it's green. I probably could have ended it in the air and been successful, but this is more exciting, in my opinion. Successful landing. Okay. Nothing was really happened. See what mission is for the next day. In the afternoon, there's an intruder mission. I'm not sure what that means. There's probably new mission types, hopefully. Okay. They actually got a couple of kills. They got a railroad and a heavy fighter, or heavy bomber, really. Nice. Go to the next day. Okay, I'm not going to be flying until the afternoon, and we're going to go bomb a V1 site. Very good. And I don't think we got anybody shot down yet or anything, but we'll be doing that in the next video after I make a few changes to my commands, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video.